Hey there, David Risley here with PCMech.com with this week's issue, or video I should say, of Inside the Insider, where I'm just letting you guys know what's going on inside the PCMech Insider program. We just sent out issue number 6 to members, and I want to let you know what we're discussing in this week's issue of the Insider. The feature article is talking about cutting the cord, which is basically getting rid of your cable bill. It's kind of a new trend. It's actually been happening for a few years. In fact, I've got many friends who haven't had cable in quite some time. And I've been actually looking into it myself lately because I've been looking at cutting my cable. I'm on Verizon and just going to Netflix, which we already have, and Hulu and things like that. But inside this feature article, I investigate all the ins and outs of actually cutting the cord, the equipment that you might want in order to be able to catch your favorite shows on your television, and basically the logistics of doing it. If you actually do follow through with it, it can save you as much as $50 to maybe even as much as $100 a month if you cut your cable and just go with the options in this feature article. So that's it. It's called Cutting the Cord. Also, we're talking about 5 things that you have to unlearn when you use Linux. So especially if you're coming from a Windows environment, what are the things that are like really different inside of Linux? We have a tip on a series of tips on using the classic theme inside of Windows, which is the old theme that you can use kind of like old Windows XP mode or Windows NT mode, and the interface runs a lot better when you do that. So here's some tips that you can actually use when you use that theme. And then lastly, we reveal a Linux option that you might want to check out that's specifically designed to work like Windows 7. So if you are a Windows user who wants to explore Linux, maybe consider using Linux, then you might want to check out this particular Linux option that we talk about in the Insider, because it will actually be a very familiar environment to you. And what has become, excuse me, customary is that I want to personally thank everybody who signed up for the program in the last week. Now, this week we had quite a few of them, so this is going to take me a little bit of time, but I want to name everybody by name here. So here we go. It's Eric Williams, Julius Pfister, Thomas Worthen, Carl Belowski. Sorry about that, Carl. William Bodecker, Jeffrey Bruce, Lawrence Hops, Stephen Quinn, Timothy Crops, Gail Marcinuk, Stephen Wheeler, Stephen Hopewell, Peter Hassard, Rick Spufford, Narv Jensen, Gerald Sukel, Michael McLaughlin, Charles Witt, Chris Billingsley, Mel Tallhurst, Lois Halzak, Michaela Vera Blasco, Joe Sorels, Edward Pudlow, and Antoine Michaels, James Madison, John Pierce, Kenneth Rice, Edward Hackett, Daniel Redding, Benjamin Birnbaum, Richard Weststraight, Ronald Royer. Okay, let me just get my breath here because this is a long list. I think we're about halfway through here. All right, we left off at Ronald. All right, continue to thank Richard Davison, James Garrison, Cardius Cannon, Jack Kitchen, Beverly Barrett, Marshall Cook, Fernando Salam, Andrew Rigsby, Nicholas Ray, Joy Dills, T.C. Morgan, Ray Preston, Philip Clark, William McMillan, Omar Reyes, Thomas Brown, Chandra Moore, Rich Hilton, Bruce Trimble, Gregory Benduga, Kathleen McBride, Rand Cooley, Daniel Groves, Peterson Yazzie, Robert Madison, and Daryl Davis. So that was a big list. I want to thank all of you guys for signing up for the Insider this last week, and hopefully a bunch more of you will sign up in the coming week in order to catch this issue of issue number 6, where we're talking about cutting the cord. Now, just so you know, when you sign up, you're actually going to get the back issues as well. When you go into the members portal, you'll have issues 1 through 6. We've already got issue number 7 created, so that will be out next week, and I'll tell you about it next week. And if you subscribe today, you will be able to get all those past issues, as well as moving forward, you'll be able to get all the issues. So far we're releasing them once a week, and we're probably going to keep up that pattern. So, and the feedback has actually been fantastic on this. So I'm really, really proud of what we've done here, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. So I will talk to you guys next week on Inside the Insider. See you later. Bye.